That's fine. He's Latino as well.
He is. Tom is Latino. He keeps calling me.
That's fine. Yeah, I would say there is an intention. You know what? I don't think that we are afraid to say that we are doing
That's
this
okay. Yeah.
unintentionally. We have an intention. The intention is to actually bring all of us, because we're Latin. Some of us aren't. You know, you're talking about Rex Hudson and the people that he's come upon. People from Handsome Beast. They're not all Latin, but you know, we were working together. And new bands that we're working with now that are not necessarily up there, you know, but we're gonna get them there, and they're not all Latin. But yeah, the intention was to initially bring our stuff up because there wasn't nobody doing that,
Right.
and there's nobody doing that now. Right now, 2016, there's nobody really doing that. We're talking about
not just in Houston or nationally.
I would say, let's not even talk nationally because I don't think that we have a say in national wise. Sure. Nationally, I'm sure there is, and it's for us to actually go out there and hunt for it.
To make sure that Houston is Latinos and Mexicans are
represented in Houston. There's major festivals here in Houston. We don't want to name any names, but they're lacking.
No, we don't. But they are.
They're lacking a lot.
We don't want to name any names, but I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, they're lacking a lot of Latin.
In that.
Yeah, they're lacking a lot of Latin artistry and really good artistry that they're missing out on, and it's a shame. And
so let me ask Ellie before we wrap this joint up. You feel the same way, but what is it like? Because there aren't too many Mexican or Latina or Hispanic women in pop music, in punk music, underground music, but certainly here in Houston, you got Osley from the Tons, Cam from the Suffers, Zyra from Wall Moccasins.
She's Latin.
And she is Latin. Is this like a good thing to grow up in? Or is it the kind of thing that like, yeah, it's nice, but we can do better? Or is it both?
I think it's both because I feel like...
Because when you were growing up, was there anybody that looked like you that was doing what you were doing?
Selena was.
Ah, Selena. Of course.
So, I mean...
Bomb.
So, I guess, well, I mean, going back to that, I mean, that's who I looked up to whenever I was younger. And, you know, ever till now, I mean, it's just like, I feel like there should be more of that. And I think I blame society for it because, you know, everyone deserves a degree. Sure. Everyone should try to go into corporate America, but sometimes it's not for everyone. And I think it's beautiful when someone taps into their own creative side and wants to feel vulnerable and let, you know, the masses listen to what you create and, you know, something that's to get into your head. And I think that's something that everyone should like grow up with and, you know sure. that it's okay to, you know, like not stick with the sheep and actually like go on and, you know, do something that is ballsy and it's not the norm. So, I mean, it's good that people now see Osley, see Cam, see Saida, see, you know, hopefully me, you know, like...
People do see you, for sure.
It's weird to think about that, but, I mean, I hope that they know that it's okay, that it can be done, and as long as you stick to your guns and, like, you know, be strong-willed and follow your heart, because a lot of people end up putting that aside thinking it's childish because they want to make money in corporate America. I mean, big ups for that, but I mean, sure. You shouldn't sell yourself out because you have no idea what you can create when you're alone, and it's a beautiful thing, and so hopefully you know younger generations get to experience that.
And that's
whether it be African Americans, Mexican Americans, you know, Caucasians, anybody.
Yeah, and that's why I think that we're here. You know, we want to give the opportunities to the younger ones. You know.
And speaking of, say, younger ones, Jill, like, let me ask you, how much did your culture when you were growing up play a part in your music, and how much did Houston in and of itself, because you grew up in a very diverse culture with black, white, Mexican, Puerto Ricans, Dominicanos, Indians, Pakistanis, Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
What played the most? Could you? Basically, my question is: do you think you could have done what you're doing now in any other city in the country?
Man, that's crazy. It's kind of different because I mean, visiting other places, you see a lot of different influences within those cities. Like Kansas City, for example. Making movies that came to mind.
You were
There's
just
not,
there, yeah.
Yeah, there's not that many people that that do like Latino music and stuff, but they're doing it. So it's like I guess they could pop up anywhere, but like in any other city, it wouldn't be as, I guess, as accepted as it is here in Houston, because it doesn't matter what nationality you're from or whatever. If you grew up around the same area as a lot of people, you're kind of exposed to the same types of music and same type of culture. Like you go to the store, you go get some tacos, or you go get some gumbo or whatever. You hear different songs and you hear different things, and you're like, it feels familiar, so it's kind of like home. You know what I mean? And like
For sure.
here in Texas, and especially in Houston, like there's been so many different cultures that have been a part of it. And as far as like from where I grew up and like seeing everything develop the way it is, yeah, in a way we are proud of where our family's from and all that stuff, but at the same time we're proud of where we're from, and we're bringing that same that same feeling that is accepted within our families to the people who are not our direct family, but that have other similar families that have similar values, as far as like taking care of each other and like having a good time with each other, So as far as like entertainment and the music goes, Houston, there's no other place that really can pop up any other stuff like this, you know what I mean? Because yeah, you have diversity in other different places, but here in Houston there's so many other nationalities that might not be in other places, and that already influences us by the food or the
Right.
or the sounds or whatever. So I feel that, yeah, there's
I'm glad you brought up the food. This is gonna be my last question.